Obviously, we're very disappointed in the outcome, and very disappointed in the way that we composed ourselves after they went on their run. I thought we got off to a pretty good start. We played with a lot of energy, a lot of confidence, and obviously Shannon got in foul trouble and changes the complexion of who we are. I thought Sammy Hill did a good job in the first half of manning the point, but it also kind of throws us out of rhythm a little bit. But needless to say, I thought we were where we wanted to be at halftime, considering the circumstances. Came out in the second half, and they went on that tremendous run to start the third quarter, and we never really dug ourselves out of that hole. I was disappointed in the way that we ran our offense. I just felt like we started to play one-on-one basketball. Give them credit, they did a really good job of forcing us out and out of rhythm. Forces on the perimeter and out of rhythm, and they made shots. You know, they shot the ball extremely well. We put them in certain situations. They shot the ball well from the three. Obviously, Lexington Brown had a really good night. Really propelled them and just really caused us spit. So I don't think that was indicative of who we are or what we can do. But this is ACC, and I think it's the best league in the country. And if you don't come to play each and every night, you're going to have nights like this. So we'll get back to the drawing board, and I've got a tough game on Sunday.
Coach, in particular, what you reckon?
Questions for the players.
Players first.
For either player, you know, you've only got 6 at halftime, then they come out and score the first 19 in the third quarter. What was kind of going right for them during that stretch? What was kind of going wrong for you guys?
I just felt like they were staying together and we were more like bickering. Coach just tells us that all the time, don't fight within each other, because the other team can see that, and you know, they had a run and we didn't stop the run, we just kept letting them go.
Jeanette, one of the first plays of the game, you're called for a charge, and did that affect your aggressiveness at all in the first half? Were you a little bit worried about the way it was called, because you didn't seem to be as aggressive as I've seen you much of the rest of the year in terms of looking for your own shot and setting up others?
Yeah, I was kind of just nervous that I'll get another one really early, so you know, it kind of stopped me from going to the basket, but I just can't allow that to happen because, you know, things turn out like this.
Was that your mindset even in the third quarter? Because even when you got back on the second half, you were putting much offensively when you're trying to score.
I'm not really sure. I just, it wasn't on that, I guess.
Any other questions for the players?
Yeah, obviously, the only loss you guys have had this year was single digits to Miami. Are you a little stunned to be, you haven't had one of these all year? Are you a little stunned that, you know, they won so decisively today?
Well, personally, we don't think they're that many points better than us because we just kind of let them get that lead. Sure, we'll have to see.
Just in general, I guess, what about that Duke offense was tough to stop tonight?
I would say the ball screen action really hurt us because when the post would hedge up on the screen, that we didn't have backside help and they would get layups. So I feel like that was a big part of the lead.
Did their defense, what about their defense made it tough for you guys today? Your offense?
They really spread out in that zone, and I just feel like, you know, teams play us zone because they can't guard us man. So they do a good job with forcing us out and making us play around the perimeter and going to the basket and getting inside out like we know.
Any other questions for the players?
Coach, what were you able to do? You know, obviously you had a really good first quarter. What were you able to do in the first quarter that you weren't able to sustain?
I thought we kept our composure, and again, I'm not exactly sure what they'll come in and say. They probably made some adjustments because they started to really push us out more and play the passing lanes. But I thought we did a really good job of having ball movement, and then stating the obvious, we made some shots. You know, during that third quarter, we felt like we got some good shots early, we just didn't capitalize on them, we didn't knock them down, and we just dug ourselves a hole, and then it just kind of ballooned from there. But we had a lot of better ball movement in the first quarter. We were attacking, and another thing, we were getting some easy opportunities on the break. We got some stops defensively more so in the first quarter than we did in the third quarter, and that was a big reason for the discrepancy.
Kenny, the fact that they were able to, take the lead in the second quarter on you when Shinette got in foul trouble, I mean, does that kind of just underline how dependent you guys are on her, how much you're out there on the court, or what?
Well, we're dependent on each and every one of them. We're not very deep. Obviously, everyone has a significant role for us who plays. And, and like I said, Sammy Hill did a really good job of manning the point while Shinette was out, but we need Shinette in the game for us to be effective. And when she went out, it didn't have immediate effects, but what it has a lasting effect, because now Sammy's had to play such an enduring role for us throughout the second quarter leading into the third quarter. It probably affects her more in the fourth quarter because she has so much pressure put on her. And then it just took us out of rhythm. It took us out of rhythm. We knew that. I contemplated, I did play Shinette, I think maybe one or two more minutes in the second quarter. I just contemplated, but we were right there, and so I just really couldn't put her back in the game with the 2,000.
Coach, how are you able, your first year here, how are you able to take in 18 and 14, with the exception of Kendall, you've got the 5 that were holdovers from last year. How are you able to go from 18 and 14 to now 16 and 2 so rapidly?
Well, I mean, I think it's a lot of the kids, most of it's on the kids. Their receptiveness to any kind of change that we've presented to them. They've done a wonderful job. I'm very proud of them. We've taken the same group of kids and we just really have changed their style of play, so to speak. Last year I think they were really possession oriented. They wanted to limit possessions and walk them off the floor. We're trying to extend and get more possessions, giving them the opportunity to play freely. And they've capitalized on it. They've done a really good job, and I'm very proud of them. Tonight we got beat by a better basketball team, and Duke played extremely well. They shot the ball extremely well. We feel like it's an anomaly of who we are because, not saying that we're better. We have to go out and have to prove it, but I think we're better than what we proved tonight, what we showed tonight, and the kids understand that. We'll be looking forward to getting back to the gauntlet, like I referred to it as in the ACC.
Kenny, Duke earlier in the season went to Tallahassee and lost by double digits to Florida State. And there have been other instances when you go on the road in this league, if you're not careful, things can get ugly right away. How much does this game serve as like kind of a value lesson of like this, that the tiniest details can snowball in a game and lead to 20-point deficits?
Well, I mean, it's something I've been preaching for a long time, even throughout the success that we've had. I'm not trying to be the gloom and doom coach, but I kept telling our kids, hey, we have to pay attention to details because this is the best league in the country. And if you don't handle every situation right every time, things can escalate on you. And that's what happened tonight. First quarter, we handled the ball screens extremely well. We rotated, we were where we were supposed to be. Shinette goes out, she's pretty much the anchor of our defense. And then things just kind of escalate from there. We stopped paying attention to the details. We weren't covering things like we were in the first quarter. And as a result, they go on this tremendous run to start the third quarter. And it just changes the whole complexion of the basketball game. And so I've been preaching it, been talking about it, now we have proof. Now we have proof, and we'll go back and we'll watch it, and we'll talk about it, and we'll learn from it. And we didn't think that we were going to win every game in the ACC. Even though we started off really hot, we understand that this is a very tough league. I think the key to it is how you bounce back from losses like this and continue on, because every night's going to be a fight.
You obviously you had trouble with Lexi Brown today. What about her made her a tough assignment?
She made shots. That's one of the things. Obviously, coming from where I came from to where I am now, the big difference is that people make shots. At this level, and you can't leave anyone open. Where I came from, you could focus on one or two kids who are really good, and then you had some role kids that probably couldn't beat you. At this level, everyone can beat you. You have to be able to go out there and you have to contest and you have to do lots of things. And stating the obvious, you have to make more shots than they make because everyone's got really good players. And so it's been a challenge. It's been really good for us. But I do think that we're one of those teams that can be in that gauntlet, you know, and we just have to come back out and win a game like this, and then I think it will make our confidence soar.
What impression about their defense today?
I mean, we knew what it was. I mean, you look at, it was funny, right before the game, I was looking through the stat sheet, and I ran across the box score for the NC State game. And I knew NC State had only scored 55 points in their win, but they scored 24 of those in the first quarter. And, you know, they just got stifled a lot in the second, third, and fourth quarters. And ironically, that's what happened to us. You know, we got off to a really good start. You know, again, I can't tell you what adjustments they made. I know they pushed us out a little bit more, played the passing lanes. We were very fortunate. Kendall hit some shots, really kept us from getting totally embarrassed. But, you know, they just really did a really good job of spreading us out and playing the passing lanes. We could never do anything better.
Last question right here.
In terms of their offense, just too many points on turnovers, I guess, or what, that was, they were shooting pretty well there in the middle of the game.
Well, I mean, it was a combination of a lot. I mean, they're not a stellar three-point shooting team. They have a couple kids who shoot the three well, but when they had their opportunities, they stepped up and made them 7 for 12. When you look at their stat line, they did a really good job of capitalizing on our mistakes, hitting shots, and then they go to the free throw line and they're 17 for 17. So they had a tremendous amount of shooting, and you know, a lot of it has to do with their execution. A lot of it has to do with their kids stepping up and making them, and a lot of it has to do with some of the mental breakdowns that we had. So it's one of those games where, you know, tonight they were the better basketball team. They were the better basketball team, and I thought we were the better basketball team in the first quarter, but unfortunately for us, it's a full-quarter game, and they capitalized on it.
Has Kenny Brooks changed very much since making the move from James Madison to Virginia Tech?
He has. He got a little bit older. Games like this will make me get a lot older, quicker. No, I have to, and obviously, you know, this is something that I've talked with a lot of people, and you know, my expectations are still to win every basketball game. You come out and that you prepare for and you try to win, but I also know what league I'm playing in, and my mentality right now is that, okay, we're going to try to win every game. We're going to expect to win every game. But I have to change my mentality when we don't win that game. What do we do after that? Because where I came from in James Madison, at this point in the year, if we lost the game, we had no opportunity to get an at-large bid. You know, we had to rely on winning a conference tournament to get into the NCAA tournament. You know, here, you know, it's the same goals. We want to make the NCAA tournament. We want to win every game, but okay, realistically, you're going to have games like this because the league is so tough. Now what kind of coach are you going to be to get your kids back on track? Get back on track to understand that we're going to learn from this loss. We're going to let it hurt. We're not going to get used to it at all. But we got to do what we have to do to fix it so that it doesn't happen again. And that's something that, you know, I've been reading a lot of positive thinking, reinforcement books and whatnot, but I have changed a little bit.
All right, thank you.
Jane, time for